Have you ever felt that a part of you is meant for something more? Like your soul is whispering, urging you toward a destiny only you can hear? That tiny, fragile dream you keep tucked away, secretly hoping it's real? This is the story of a boy who dared to believe in that whisper, a shepherd who followed a dream and along the way found himself. This is not just the story of the alchemist, this is the story of you, me, of all of us, of our fears, our love, our calling, and the silent conversation we have with the universe. Let's begin. In the warm hills of Andalusia, a shepherd boy named Santiago lives a simple life. He watches over his sheep, sleeps under the stars, and reads the sky like a friend. But one night, a dream visits him. A child appears, guiding him to the pyramids of Egypt, where it says a treasure awaits him. A dream so vivid it shakes him awake. But what does it mean? Most people ignore such dreams. They shrug them off as a fantasy, distractions from their daily life. But Santiago, he listens. He speaks to a gypsy, then meets a mysterious old man, Melchizedek, the king of Salem. And Melchizedek speaks of something Santiago has never heard before: your personal legend, the one thing you are meant to do, the path that belongs only to you. And then these words that linger like magic. When you truly want something, all the universe conspires in helping you achieve it. Santiago sells his sheep, everything he has ever known, let go in a moment, not for riches, but for meaning. He arrives in Tangier, the edge of Africa, filled with hope. But life doesn't wait to test him. He is robbed, alone in a foreign land, no money, no way home. He almost gives up, but instead of returning, he chooses something harder: to stay. He begins working in a crystal shop. He brings new ideas, attracts customers, learns to speak the language. He succeeds. He could stay, but comfort is seductive. Santiago remembers something important: success without purpose still feels empty. And so, once again, he leaves. Now, part of a desert caravan, Santiago travels across the Sahara. Sand, silence, and starlight stretch endlessly. He meets an Englishman searching for the alchemist, a man rumored to turn lead into gold. But Santiago is drawn into something deeper: the language of the world. Not spoken with words, but felt in the winds, in omens, in the heart. And then he sees her, Fatima, a woman at the oasis whose presence feels like home. They speak few words, but their souls recognize each other. For a moment, Santiago thinks maybe this is it. Maybe this is what he was searching for all along. But Fatima says something unexpected: go and find your treasure. I'll wait for you. Real love doesn't hold you back, it frees you to become. Then he meets the alchemist, a man cloaked not in gold but in silence and strength. He doesn't teach through explanations, he teaches through the desert, the wind, the heart. The alchemist tells Santiago, listen to your heart, it knows all the things. But how do we listen when the heart is filled with fear? Santiago learns that fear is natural. It's the final gate before transformation. Captured by desert warriors, Santiago must prove his worth. The alchemist tells them the boy can turn into the wind. Impossible. But Santiago doesn't argue. He walks into the silence and surrenders, not to fear, but to faith. He listens to the desert, to the sky, to the wind, to the soul of the world. And for a moment, he becomes part of it all. He becomes the wind. Finally, after all he has seen, all he has lost, all he has become. Santiago reaches the pyramids. He digs and digs, but there is no treasure. Instead, he is beaten by robbers. As he lies there, broken, one of them laughs. I had a dream once too, of treasure under a tree in Spain when a shepherd slept. And Santiago's heart drops because that's where it all began, where he first had the dream under that tree in his own home. The treasure was always there. But Santiago, he needed to leave. He needed to walk the desert, to fall in love, to face fear, to become the wind. He needed to become worthy of the treasure. Not by society's measure, but by the soul's measure. Because the real treasure was not gold, it was transformation. So, what does this mean for you? Maybe your treasure isn't buried in sand. Maybe it's in your art, or your voice, or your calling you have long silenced. Maybe your personal legend is buried beneath fear, comfort, or doubt, but it's still there, waiting. And maybe this story was never just about Santiago. Maybe it was about you. If you have been waiting for a sign, this is it. Choose your legend. Trust your journey. The treasure is real, and so are you. This was The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. You are watching The Quiet Shelf, where books aren't just stories, they are mirrors for your soul. If this moved you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Subscribe for more stories that heal, reflect, and transform. Until next time, stay quiet, stay soft, stay searching.